we had been hearing quite commonly that the car wire has been bitten by the rats and other tubes, etc. Not only one time, sometimes multiple times it happens. We Entos De-Pest provide an integrated solution for this rat bite problem. This is a building which is in the corner of the street, and if you look at the environment, you will see a mechanic shop where they have put the scraps onto that for which they may be removing only after a few weeks or months. And you will also see the debris which has been accumulated for longer time over here and also near the compound wall, plus the plants along the wall, etc. All these things supports the rodent habitation in the place, and this rodent habitation tries to migrate when they get a comfortable place like your cars. Suppose you are parking the cars for 2 or 3 days or 4 days, and where there is no movement in the cars, rats tend to get into that. Sometimes due to the comfortability of the car, or for the temperature of the car, or for the other reasons, it can enter into the car. But what happens is, once it enters into the car, it nibbles the wire, not for a food purpose, but there is a teeth that grows called incisors. It grows in the rat, and if it grows above a particular length, the rat cannot have the food further and it will die. So to avoid it, the rats normally keep the growth of the teeth under control, and that is why these wires have been regularly nibbled. You could see the car which has been parked for some time, and also there is no human movement also in that area. And when you open the car, you will find lot of rodent droppings also in the car, which shows that rodent have been habituated in this car for longer time, and this is very dangerous. Even there is a smell when we opened the car, and this is not good for the health. Also, the car seater which has been made by leather, almost he has spent a good amount of money in doing this, has been nibbled, and leathers are quite attractant to the rodents where the nibbling can happen heavily. So to provide the solution for the car, we normally completely inspect the car and ensure that if there is any bite or car nibbling in that, and then we start first cleaning the car, because once you apply this chemical, it should exactly sit on the wires and materials. It should not be on the dust or something, which may not be effective. So we first completely clean the car so that no dust is there, and then this particular chemical is applied, which is called bitter, which is manufactured by UPL, and Ultima supplies for this, and we make the spray on this. We make a complete spray on the wires and everything. It is very important that when applying, you should have the mask, you should be fully protected with the gloves, so that the spray molecules doesn't fall on your body, but not dangerous. It will be very, very bitter taste. It's not a toxic or other chemical, so nothing to fear on this. There will not be any smell also, but then it is suggested not to fall on the body. It will be very, very bitter for you. So, and once what we do is, we do first the corner spot treatments, so that it's a first protection for this, and then we make a general complete spray on the wires. This will be followed by the bottom area close to the tires, and then below the bonnet and all these things. So once we do the complete spraying, it is not advised to use the chemical inside the car. You should not do that. So it has been done at the outside this one, and once we finish this, then we place our bait stations where the bait will be placed inside. The rodent has a characteristic called thigmotaxis, which means touch sensation. Normally when the rodent comes to a particular place, it runs along the wall, making the body touching the wall. So when the bait stations are placed along the wall, it is quite possible that the rodents enters into the bait station, and inside the bait station there will be an anticoagulant bait. If it consumes the third or fourth day, it will act on the rodent and it will normally die outside. So nothing to worry on that. And this is kept in the four corners of this, and this gives a full protection for the car. as a repellent. It cannot, even if it crosses this barrier and tries to enter inside, it cannot nibble anything because of the bitterness inside the place. Even if it tries to make an entry, it gets attracted towards the bait, and there itself it gets controlled off. So it's a complete integrated measure it is. You can see our De-Pest bait station over there, which has been placed at the corners, and you can use one cube of the bait, or if you feel there is a lot of rodents, 2 cubes also can be kept over there. It is very important that the bait station should not be empty. Anytime it should have the necessary bait inside, and by doing this, your car is fully protected. With a lot of trial and errors we have seen, and a lot of good customers reports have been taken, and then I recommend this for this. There is a lot of changes in the rodents evolution also because of the climatic changes and all these things. We also have a question, suppose I have a cat, it will take care of this, we normally say, and suddenly we say no, the rats are not fearful of cats. It's true, because there is a science behind that. You can go and look into toxoplasmosis, where you get a complete detail why rodents is not fearing the cats also. So that is how the evolution is also happening at one side, and this is a full integrated solution. If you require the service, even continue to check up on this, we help you out. Once in 3 months we come and help you out also on this. So it's a full protection, and very cost effective for the amount and the time you spend on that. It's very effective. Thank you.
Yeah, this is Dr. Ganesh Raj. I reside in Velachery. It's an independent duplex house, and we have 3 cars: Civic, Honda City, and Liva. And very often we keep facing these rodent attacks. So in a busy schedule, we are starting the car in the morning, it doesn't start because the rodents have cut the power cables. Or sometimes when you fill the tanks and then you're starting in the morning, it shows empty. Okay. Then when I call the car electrician, he comes and says it's a wire cut and all that. So it creates a lot of hassle in a busy schedule, and getting this fixed, and you're unable to take your cars and all that. And we spoke about this to Mr. Manoj, Entos De-pest. He said he's already got a solution, okay, which is a tried and tested model. They do this both the inside of the cars and outside, and they also put some traps to capture these things. So it's a preventive a measure to stop these issues from happening. We have tried this for all the 3 cars, and we have been having good results. And further, if I see nothing coming, I'll probably give him a lot of referrals to ensure that, a lot of my friends who are facing this problem in this area and outside, they also get benefited out of it. Thanks, Entos De-pest.